We are going to be having a look at the Kublai by SilverStone. Now, this is a water cooling case, very simple, no window, no nothing, but you can definitely overclock in this little computer case, and it is pretty good for what it is. Doesn't look like it's good, but we're going to obviously take a look inside and find out. Stick around to find out what happens next. So, looking at the front of the actual SilverStone Kublai series range, we've got a SilverStone badge at the bottom here, and then following the case up, we have two USB 3s, which is a range from up to 5 gigabits per second upload speed. And that means it's pretty fast, and definitely faster than USB 2, which would obviously be black like connectors or imports, if you want to call them like that. We also got a reset switch here, and we've got a power switch here, and we've got an LED indicator here. We've got a headphone 3.5mm jack and a microphone jack, which is 3.5mm as well. We also, on SilverStone's lovely cases, which I like about them, is that you can actually just push this lever forward or pull it, and the front comes off, revealing a dust filter as well as a micro filter on the side as well, and two on the sides air vents to have intake for cool air. And on the front as well, as you can see, there's a 120mm fan that's already previously been given on the SilverStone Kublai K series. But you can also put another 120mm fan there as well, or you can put two 140mm fans at the front. Obviously, keeping the price down of this case is the actual front is not made of aluminium or metal or anything like that, but it looks like a brushed aluminium, so it's a nice sort of finish, but it's actually plastic. You also got two 3.5-inch bays at the top here as well for CD, DVD or Blu-ray drives, and it just looks pretty nice. But if you're not all into too much showing off of what you've got inside your case, this is a water cooling case, but it actually looks just like a normal office case, but it's not. It is actually a water cooling case, and we're going to go around to the back and we're going to find out why this is a water cooling case. And also, before we do that, the front obviously comes off as normal. That's going to be a bit difficult getting it from that side, but if I pull hard enough, the front comes off as well, revealing, obviously it's hard to move this because the cables are stuck in there, but you can get right to the actual case itself and start, if you wanted to obviously do a bit of modding, you can actually do a bit of modding. And as you can see, like, there's screws there that fit all of the CD drives and DVD drives, but this case is actually meant to be a toolless case, so technically you won't need to do that unless you're going to mod. But yes, let's put the front back on and then we'll move straight to the back of the case. Right, don't get confused. I actually said these were 3.5 inch bays, but they're not. These are 5.25 inch bays for your DVD and Blu-ray. So that's what that is. And we're going to turn around to the back, and now we're going to talk about why this is water cooling. Now, obviously, having a Cooler Master, Corsair, they all sort of do the actual case water cooling kits with the reservoir, pump, radiator, and obviously all the tubes connected to it with actually CPU base. And well, water block actually, so you know what I'm talking about. And basically you got like grommet holes at the back here, which is to feed out tubes if you're doing a custom water cooling build. That's what this is. This is for custom building water cooling. But if you don't want to show off what you've actually got, you don't need to, because obviously it's got no side windows. You can get a side window for it if you really wanted to, but this is all covered up. It looks like just a business case, doesn't it? Now, looking at the back of this case, I like what they've done again with these kind of more budgeted cases, is that you've got thumb screws, and the thumb screws don't come out. You can unscrew them. You can pull them out if you really want to, but you don't need to. So that's what I like about it. And straight away, looking at the case as well on the side, you've got foam dampening, obviously for the sound, vibrations, or anything you're doing water cooling for. Hard drives, if they're mechanical, not solid state, it's going to actually dampen that sound. So it's going to become like a HPC computer. It's going to be totally like really dampened and quiet. I say like the actual quality of the material is quite nice, and it's around 5mm with thickness. So I'm going to put that to the side here. That is all good. It's covered up one side, and then on the other side into the back where you haven't got a removable like case, not case, removable motherboard tray, but they've cut it all out, so you can literally take this side off, which I'm going to do now, and it reveals another bit of 5mm foam dampening on the side of the case, which is even good. They just didn't even like cut corners. They actually put quality into the case under a budgeting price. Now on the side here, it's got a removable tray, so if I was to put my CPU water block on the actual motherboard here, then I could actually put the retentioners on the back here, and it will be so simple. And if I went to take it off, if there's a problem or the pump went or whatever, I can take it all apart straight easy just by doing it off the back of the side, which is really great. And looking at the case as well, you get like your normal connectors and your USB 3 headers, which you can actually connect straight into the motherboard. Just make sure that you've got a motherboard that supports USB 3 like connector that's that big for the front. So I'm looking at the side here. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like hard drive bays. Now it feels really, it doesn't feel like the best quality, but it feels like it'll hold the hard drive in, and they look like they're easily removable and stuff like that. It's got a grill at the bottom, so obviously for the power supply, to make sure the dust doesn't get caught up in the power supply and inside the case. So it's got like a sort of chicken like wire at the bottom of this case. It's quite light as well, so it's easy to remove like that. And you can either get a vacuum cleaner, which I don't really suggest you get a vacuum cleaner because that can create static electricity, but just give it a quick damp over with a damp cloth and stuff, and you can put it straight back on there. This case will fit normal ATX motherboards. It also fits normal micro motherboards. It can fit anything really small to up to a normal standard ATX motherboard. But there's no standoffs, as you can see. You'll have to screw your own standoffs in there. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 expansion bays at the back there, so you can put your graphics card in, sound card and all that sort of stuff. You also can put another 120mm fan here, right here, and it's got no grommet holes to keep the cables kind of safe, but these are kind of rounded off, so they're not dangerous, so that's good. You can put your cables in there. What else has this case got? Oh yeah, at the back you can fit a 120mm fan in the back there as an intake or as an exhaust. You've got a toolless clip here as well to put your CD and DVD rewriters in there. And at the top of this case, you've got thumb screws that come out. And we're going to pull this. We're going to actually take this top off. And it reveals some more of that chicken wire stuff, and you can just use a damp cloth on it and then just wipe it over when there's dust in it, which is really good. I can't believe SilverStone's put so much stuff and so much thought into this case. Right, so we're looking at 120, 240, we're looking at a 240 rad, or the next size up, so you can put two 140s in here, and you can have what's it called, a 240 rad, or a 120 rad, or a 280 rad. So basically 120 plus 120, 240, 140 plus 140, 280. So that's the rad configuration that you can have in here. No way for three radiators in there. A three-way radiator, I should say. Just a two-way or one-way. And you can put a one-way on the back here, right here, and you can put a 120 on the back. But I'm thinking, if you do put a 120 in there, you might have a bit of problems, because it might be the thickness of it covering up the motherboard a little bit, and the ATX power supply that comes from actual power supply itself look like it will give it a bit of problems, unless there's a gap here you can feed it through. there's definitely enough customization here. There's a grommet hole up here. I can see there's quite a bit of potential for this actual case. You can make it look a little bit more better than what it really is. And it's really light as well, and it's quite strong. So there's nothing really much more to say about this case other than this is not for the actual proper gamer that wants LED lights and everything going on in the case, because you're not going to be able to see it unless you get the window version. But this is a case that's more conservative, but it's like you can't say what's under the hood. But as soon as people go on a computer, they would know how powerful it is, as long as you've got the great hardware and components in here. What I like about this whole case, this whole SilverStone Kublai case, is the fact that they really have thought about budgeting, and I don't even know what really to say. There's so many options of making, like, basically, let's start with one. Cable management. You've got loops here for cable management. In the bag, they even obviously include the instructions, but you get all the screws. They give you cable management cables, standoffs, everything, all in black, so it's all color coded. Then you've got all the thumb screws. Then you've got all the Phillips. There's no pop rivets or anything like that I can see on this case, other than for other stuff on the case, which I still can't see any. Probably to hold the actual case itself. But you can literally take this case apart and customize it. Grommet holes everywhere. There's cable management everywhere. Everything's tidy, and there's good finger width. Probably about a centimetre, maybe a centimetre, 2 mil. There's enough space in there to hide your cables and make it look nice. You've got the 2.5 inch thumb screw trays you can take out, put your solid state hard drives in it, and put it straight back in the tray, hidden, out the way. For God's sake, SilverStone include a LED light. I can't even bloody turn it on. Hang on. These things normally have paper in it, probably. Yep, it's got paper in it. They even include an LED light, so if there's any problems with computers or you're actually building a computer, you have an LED light as well. SilverStone included that in the bag. Right, let's talk about other stuff. Let's talk about power supply. Right, so we've even got a little strider, and this strider is by SilverStone. This is a power supply. This is 400 watts. This is not modular. This is a let's get it out of the box. I don't know why we're talking about it while it's in the box. Now basically, we want to actually show you what it kind of looks like with a power supply. Now this is 400 watts, and as I said, it's not modular, but it is 80 plus bronze edition. It's got 120mm fan in there, and it runs no louder than 18 decibels inside the case. So as you can see, you can get probably maybe a 500 watt, I don't know about a 600 watt, probably definitely a 500 watt power supply, and then you can still get your 120mm fan or your little 120mm radiator down there for water cooling. You might even be able to put water cooling on here. There is plenty of options of literally modding this case. Now with this power supply as well, it comes with a double ATX connector. So if you've got a 4-pin or 8-pin, you've got 2-way there. It comes with obviously Molex and your your PCI. How many can it fit for graphics card? Let's take this out and find out. I know it's got a single rail, and it runs a 12-volt rail as well. We've come to the end of this review. So if you like this video, don't forget to like it, and also don't forget to subscribe so you can actually keep up to date with whatever we're doing and what other videos we've got coming out. There's going to be a lot more computer builds and data stations. We're going to be doing everything, and basically drop a comment and tell us like what you thought of the video or what you want to see, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one.